Hello there, Kim Coles here, and we're going to talk about trusting your strength, trusting your support, and trusting your source for more manifestation. Ooh, yeah. All right, so I am going to be spending a little time with you. This is just a mini workshop. I usually do these the first Tuesday of every month within the Manifest Me community. The Manifest Me community is a Facebook group in which we talk about manifestation, talk about abundance, talk about uh, really stepping into the life that we desire and are meant to have. And I've been a little absent from that group. So I'm actually live streaming in several places right now. And so you have to give StreamYard permission to let me see your name. And I see some of you already know how to do that. Hello from Aruba. I see Facebook user. I don't know who you are. So you have to tell StreamYard to give StreamYard permission for me to see the name. You have to sort of unlock that feature so I can see your name. I see Sophia Lewis from Georgia. Tamaya, I see Willie. Hey, how's it going? All right, good. So I see Diamond. I see Daryl Sledge. Hey, Daryl Sledge in the house. Like I said, I'm live streaming several places all at once, but this is a training that I do every month for the Manifest Me community. And like I said, I've been a little bit absent, but let me tell you why. I can't tell you yet, but I can tell you this. I was working on a show, and I've hinted this to some of you in the past, like a couple of months ago. I booked a show, and I've been saying all along that it's something that I've never done before. And so now I can't tell you all the details. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but I will tell you this: soap opera. I booked a 20 show arc on a soap opera. And it's like, a granddaddy of a soap opera. Like, it's been around for a really long time. I can't tell you which one, but I can tell you it was the opportunity and uh, the experience of a lifetime. I learned so much. And if you're anything like me, I'm one of these people that when I learn something new, I glean all the lessons from it and then I incorporate it in other areas of my life. So the things that I learned on my soap opera, when I'm allowed to tell you what it is, I'll start dropping some of the lessons, some of the nuggets. Okay, so I'll drop one right now. I wasn't even planning on doing this. Um, and this is like a life lesson. Like, everything in life presents life lessons for you. Y'all know that, right? Everything in life presents opportunities for life lessons. And those of you who know me, I always refer to opportunities as being yummy or yucky. So the yummy opportunities are the ones that sound just like that. It's yummy. It feels good. Everybody's happy. It's joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Great experiences, great life experiences. And then there's the yucky experiences where there's some pain or some mistrust or some fear or just not so nice experience, relationships breaking up, people lie on you or cheat on you, like, the yucky of life, people who betray you and betray your trust, just yucky. But both of those opportunities provide lessons for you if you choose to look at them. And so, just off the top of my head, one of the lessons I'll share with you that I learned at this particular soap opera, which I'm so dying to take. Wait, not only, okay, well, here's the lesson: be open, be open to experiences. They called me to audition. I was like, I had heard about soap operas. It is the most grueling work you will ever do. The amount of memorization is unbelievable. I have never put words in my head faster and then dumped them back out again the next day faster than any job I've ever held. And so when I was called to audition, I didn't even think I could do the work, because it was a more dramatic, you know how soap operas are. I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but I said yes. I said yes to the opportunity. and I got the help that I thought I would need in order to have mastery during the audition. And so that's another lesson. If there's something that you have that's pushing up against your comfort zone, oh, thank you. I see the congratulations. Thank you. I cannot wait for you all to see it. It is wild. If there's something that you want to do in your life, whatever it is, and it bumps up against your comfort zone, get the resources you need to take you over the comfort zone wall and be open to new experiences. So, you know what I did? I hired an acting coach. I was like, I don't know how to do soap opera. It's a whole other world. It's a whole other rhythm. I hired a coach, not even knowing whether or not I was going to get the job. It was an investment in myself and an investment in climbing on top of the comfort zone wall and going, I don't know what's over there, but let me see what's over there. I invested in myself and got an acting coach, and then felt confident enough that when I showed up to the audition, which was on Zoom, the casting director was like, very good. I was like, I don't know where this is coming from, lady. And then I got the job. And so I've been working on that for a couple of months off and on. It is grueling. And I will tell you this too. Here's another lesson. It works if you work it. And what I'll say by this, and I probably should come back and do a whole deep dive of all the things I learned in the experience. You know what I think? I think that one of the ways to stay young is to keep your brain working. All I'll say is, like I said, this was a show that's been around for many, many years. And there are some incredible performers that have been there many, many years. And I met some of them. I can't tell you who they are, but I will. And I realized, and there's a vibrancy that they had, an energy that they had. And I was like, I know what it is. They have to memorize so many lines that their brain stays fresh and curious and interesting. Like you really have to put a lot of stuff in. And I was watching these divas and I was like, I see how you stay young. You stay young by exercising and eating right and whatever else they're doing to stay limber and young and fabulous, but they're keeping their mind sharp because the work requires it. And so that would be my part 2 lesson that I wasn't even going to share tonight, that I wanted to share with you, that to keep your mind active and young and vibrant and stay open to new ideas. Yeah, your brain is your biggest asset. It really is. The brain rules everything. And we may even talk a little bit about that today, sort of the brain and then the limiting beliefs that we put inside that brain. Yeah. So I really enjoyed the experience. Okay, and the third thing I'll share, because stories come in threes. Good lessons come in threes. The third thing I'll share with you, and this is off the top of my head. Let go of how you think something is supposed to look. Let me explain what I mean. So most sets that you work on have what we call in show business, we call it craft services. So craft services is snacks. There are snacks available all day long. Sometimes there's lunch. Sometimes there's even breakfast. You can come to work. If you come to work early enough, they might be making breakfast. Most jobs I've had, there's somebody making fresh eggs and maybe some turkey bacon and right. There's, little potato chips and, a little bag of nuts and, some M&Ms and some water and some vitamin water. Like, there are some sets where this is fabulous. Like, I don't want to go home. The food here is better. Many, many sets are that way. And then due to COVID, things began to shut down a little bit, where you couldn't actually go to the guy who runs the table with the craft service. You can't just like go and pick some stuff off the table and spoon it into a bowl. Someone has to do that for you. And of course, everyone is masked and everything is, cleaned and kept very clean. And often they begin only serving things that come in little packages. So you may not go and be able to get a handful of nuts, but you can get a little package of nuts or little miniature bags of chocolates or potato chips or whatever. It's just everything is sealed because of COVID. And they really wanted to protect people. Be receptive to life's wonders. I see you, D. Wilkins. So, yeah. So, during the COVID and during the pandemic, like things shifted so that you couldn't go and just make yourself a little cheese sandwich. Somebody had to do it for you. And then it progressed into little packages. And apparently it has progressed all the way to no food at all. Nary. Nary a bite, nary a cracker, nary a nut, nary a nothing but bottles of water. Like that's it. No little coffee mug, no little teapot, nothing. I'm not used to that. I'm like, oh, I have to keep my energy. What will I do? Where's the snacks? They're like, there will be no snacks. Cafeteria closed. What? How will I survive? You know what I did? I packed my lunch every day. And if I knew I was going to be there a long time, I made myself a smoothie in the morning. Oh, by the way, be open to new adventures. This meant I was getting up at sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning, at work by 6:30. That is not fun. I'm a sitcom girl or comedy girl. We have, decent hours, not those movie hours where you're on the set at 5 o'clock in the morning. What's this? You know what I did? I woke my behind up. I made myself a smoothie shake, put that in a thermos or a canister. I'm saying thermos, I'm showing my age. And, made myself a little fruit smoothie, a little protein smoothie. And I made myself a little salad the night before. Or if I made a little dinner, I scooped all that into a little Tupperware. I found a little microwave off to the side. I took my lunch every day. I had a little cooler to work, my little ice packs. It meant I had to prepare every day because if you didn't eat. And it's not like they were letting DoorDash onto the set and letting, Postmates and DoorDash and Grubhub deliver food. There's none of that. Plus the day moves so quickly, there's no time for that. So I packed my little lunch. You know what that meant? I didn't snack as much. There were no packages of nuts unless I packed them. There was no M&Ms and, little Lara bars unless I packed them. I had water and my snacks. And it was a great experience. I actually lost a few pounds. It was fabulous. You can eat healthier on your own because I had to be very cognizant. I was like, okay, I can't, there's no, you better take leftover from dinner. You better make you a salad the night before and don't put your dressing on. So I had to put my dressing in my little separate containers. I had to pack which meant that you have to understand the thinking that I had to do. I had to refreeze my ice packs every night. If I didn't put my ice pack in the freezer, I didn't have a cold salad the next day. Do you understand? This has nothing to do with the job, but everything to do with the preparation for the job. And so maybe that's the bonus lesson, that stay in the state of, being open to anything, tapping into resources and getting and investing in the resources that you need in order to up level your game on top of the comfort zone wall, and freeze your ice packs every night. Prepare, stay in a state of preparation, stay in a state of real intention. I was intentional about this job. And one day I'll come back and tell you about the actual acting stuff I've never done before. It was really, really powerful and great experience. So I'm glad you like the mentality. Yeah, listen, it's all about perspective. And so I could complain about waking up every day. There's so much to tell you. Okay, that's enough. Be prepared for anything. Oh, by the way, because of the rules, the makeup artist cannot spend more than 15 minutes on your makeup. So you would come to work every day, take a COVID test, go to your room and do your own makeup. I'm so glad I know how to do it. I'm so glad I know how to put on a lash. And then you would go to the makeup department and they, tie it all together, fix things that had fallen. It was a great experience. So I had every morning, I would have my morning, shake I had made for myself. And I would go into the bathroom and do my makeup or sit at, depending. That's the other thing. You moved from room to room. Sometimes you had a bathroom. Sometimes you didn't. I did my makeup. I prepared. Thank God I know how to do my makeup. And the makeup artist would go, oh, you did good. Let me just put a little bit more blush. Off you go to set. It was fabulous. I can't wait to tell you. Okay. That's not even what I want to talk to you about today. So how's everybody doing? I'm glad you are prepared and always stay in a state of preparation. You know that phrase, you got to get ready? Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. which brings me to what we're going to talk about for this month. Now, once again, those of you who are in the Manifest Me community, I usually do these every first Tuesday of the month. I'm behind in doing that, but I'm here now and ready to deliver some great value. And I have some great questions for you tonight, too. So, at this particular time, at the time of recording this, we're having a new moon. There's a new moon in Aries. And if you're into that kind of stuff, by the way, I have some moons on my shirt. A moon and a star and the suns and all kinds of things. I'm very much a celestial sky kind of girl. We have a new moon in Aries, and there's some key elements that are available to you right now that you can take advantage of the energy of the moment. Not to mention it's the equinox, and there's a lot happening in the celestial sky for us to be able to tap into. There's a lot that the Creator has made available for us at this time. And I would just want to really have you be thinking about these things so you could take full advantage of them, right? And so let me just share, I made some little banners for you, some questions for you to be thinking about. So like I said, it's the new moon in Aries, which is happening right now. The equinox is, I think, happening right now too. It's right, or started yesterday and ends tomorrow. It's right now. It's a time of renewal and spring and everything coming back to life and all of that. And so this particular time, there's some really interesting themes I want you to be thinking about and thinking about in your life. Again, that if you put this in action in your life, and it happens to be a really great time for action, you really are going to be supported. You're really going to be supported, which is why I named this talk about trusting your strength, your support, and your source for manifestation. And so I'm going to leave this question for you, or leave these themes for you here. The themes are action, initiation, leadership, instinct, impulse, spontaneity. Now is the time to take full leadership in your own life, to be in initiation in your life right now, to be in action. I mean, Aries is like fire, let's go. I love Aries for that. I love Aries. Like, what you got? Come on, let's go. Perfect timing for that. And to be open to all of that at this time. Also aspected right now is courage and physical strength and energy. If that is one of the most energetic astrological signs in Aries. Yes, please. Yes, please. And so I just want you to be thinking about those aspects. Like, right now, your courage, your initiation, your action is right on time. It's the perfect time for you just to take advantage of what's going on and be in action, and you will be successful. Now, will you be successful on, June 23rd? Sure. Will you be successful April 59th? Absolutely. But why not use the energy of what's already happening at this time? So here's a few questions. Let me just look at the comments a little bit. I've been not looking at the comments. Are you an Aries? Is it Nalisha? Are you an Aries? Well, Geminis. I love Geminis too. Here's the fun thing I have a thing about each one of the signs, but my thing about the Geminis is you give a Gemini an idea and they'll go, I'll be right back. And they come back with a spreadsheet, a schematic, a Venn diagram of exactly what you should do, the solutions you need to happen. There you go. You're welcome. They're just great thinkers. I love them. April 15th, I see it's Aries season. I feel all that fire. Oh, I ain't going to forget a Taurus. I'm with a Taurus. He just didn't say it like this. I love a Taurus. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm going to love any earth sign. All right. Oh, I see some of my favorite Aries here. It's Mama Mills. Stephanie Mills is makes sense. An Aries. Love it. Love it. Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan. All right. Very good. Teddy Pendergrass, Lettucey. All great people. I love it all. I love it all. Quesa's in the house. April 16th. Fire. Queso is fire. And of course, the Leos. Let's just have a moment for the Leo. I love all of it. Scorpios. Scorpios are one of my favorite signs too. People are scared of Scorpios. I ain't scared of y'all. I ain't scared of a Scorpio. All you have to do is gain their trust and they're yours for life. Now, good luck gaining that trust. I'm a Capricorn. That's what we do. I love Scorpios. Plus, they're sexy. All right, I love Capricorns too. Huh? What? Yeah, yeah, Taurus is sexy too. I'm looking at Dr. EJ. It's the sexiest of all. He said, "All right, let's get it right. Y'all gonna get me in trouble with my man." Now listen. Oh, we love Aquarians too. All right, stop. Okay, all the signs. All the signs are great. I love them all. Cancers. All you got to do is give them lots of hugs, and you'll be just fine. Lots of hugs. All right, now. Okay, so what was I saying? So just yeah, I had to clean that up, right, Henrietta? I had to clean that up. All right. So what are you gonna do? So let me find my questions for you. I've made questions for you and everything. Where in your life can you be more assertive? Like the Aries. I don't want to fight with an Aries. I don't want to get into an argument with an Aries. They think they right. They may or may not be. I don't want to fight with y'all. I'm gonna be real nice. They're real assertive. And we love it. Where in your life can you be more assertive? Right now is the perfect time for you to be more assertive, take more initiative. And I don't mean assertive like, I mean assertive like on your dreams. Does that make sense? So leave me some comments on how you can be more assertive in your life, in your dreams, in your initiation of what you want. Like right now is the time to start something and start the party right. Let's get it started. Ow. Let's get it started. Ow. Let's get it started. EJ's laughing at me. Let's get it started. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. And the perfect timing for the possibility of success. I'm not going to say the possibility of success. I'm talking about the certainty of success. And that's the other thing that it's going to require. Can you be more assertive with your certainty? Stand on what you know that you know that you know, and the rest that you don't know ain't none of your business anyway. I didn't know when I went to work today would have no food whatsoever. They thankfully the makeup artist said when you come to work the first day, make sure you bring something to eat. I was like, why is that? No food. What? I don't know what I don't know, but now I know. You better believe I was packing my own little lunch pail every day. Lunch pail. So where can you be more assertive? Now is the time to start that business, to fulfill that dream, to really plan things out for yourself and then take the first step. Okay? Now is the time. The next piece of this I wanted to share with you is where can you be more bold and confident? What are you willing to stand for? Like, what are you willing to stand for? 10 toes down, line in the sand in your life. And I'm saying this in a sort of, aggressive kind of way or assertive way, but sometimes it requires like, that's it, enough. This is my line in the sand. That's it. I'm good. That's it. Is there a way that you can protect yourself more? Is there a way that you can nurture yourself more? That's it. I'm getting an extra hour of sleep every night. I'm done. I'm done, you know, feeling like I'm going to fall down at 4 p.m. every day. No, that's it. An extra hour of sleep. That's it. No more potato chips. I'm a potato chip girl. Or like, okay, only half a bag of potato chips. Whatever it is, what can you be assertive and bold and be confident about? Those of you who spent a year with me in the Radiant community, if you remember, we did a whole month called Boldacious. This is a time to be boldacious. And it sounds just like what you think it sounds like. It's being bold and audacious, like taking what you want by storm, taking the world by storm, taking your dreams and going, that's it, line in the sand, I'm doing it. Right now is the perfect time. You will be supported. You will be supported. Okay, good. The other question I want to pose to you is, how can you trust your gut more and take action from there? So you may say, trust your gut. You may say, trust your intuition. You may say, trust your spirit guides, or trust your, how do I want to say it? Your higher self, however you language it. I'm really talking about that same thing, that voice that goes, yes, Yep. That voice that goes, step off, step away from that right now. No, ma'am, that's not right for you. No, 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 not right now. How can you trust that and take action from that space? Have you ever done this where you have an idea for something and it comes to you in a spark? It's like, oh, that would be amazing. And then you talk yourself out of it. Well, no, I don't know how to do that. I don't know if would anybody really like that? I don't know. Should I do it in blue? I don't know I don't know. And next thing you know, you've shrunk all the way from this idea that you're like, oh my goodness. Take action when you get that, oh my goodness, because the way will present itself to you. The method to make it happen will present because you've got the energy of it. You've got your spirit guides or your highest self or your gut or your instinct saying yes. Move on that yes, and the way will come for you. Will show up for you. Those of you know Dr. EJ. He loves to use the reference of the Michael Jackson Billie Jean video, and I just love this visual. If you remember, you know, in that video, every time Michael Jackson steps, even before his foot touches the ground, the square is illuminated. The next pathway is illuminated. He leans against the wall and it's illuminated. You step out in faith, in that energy of that's a yes. Oh, my gut says, oh, I should do this. Step off with the how will present itself. Step away from the how and stay in the space of divine possibilities. And opportunities will come your way. God winks, as some people say, will come your way. Somebody will say something to you and it's like, oh, I was just thinking about that. Would you like to collaborate? Just opportunities will come your way. Can you trust your gut more, your higher power, your instinct, however you language that, and take more action from there? In fact, I want to stop and look at some of the comments here too. Are you willing to? Oh, thank you, Kimberly Sumter. Thank you. Oh, I like this. Ayana, I hope I'm saying that. Ayana, Miss Thomas says, 2023 is holding nothing and no person back. It's go time. Go ahead, AT. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Ayana Thomas. It's holding no, listen, there's no holding back. There's no holding back. We hold ourselves back, but that's another story. That's another story. And like I said, this is the perfect time to not do that. You will be successful because everything is set up for you now to go, go, go. And don't be afraid of making a mistake. When I had this audition for the soap opera, I was like, I've never done this before. I don't know. Like I said, I surrounded myself with the resources I needed to be able to, get to the next level. And I'm so glad that I did, because I felt prepared on the audition, and then I got the job, and I got a whole nother lesson on how to do it and how to do it well. Surround yourself with what you need. Not only surround yourself, be aware that the resources that you need are available to you. All right, very good, very good. By the way, before we're done today, I'm going to share a resource with you. I'm so excited. I've decided to relaunch something that I think a lot of people here are going to really like, especially if you are a speaker or you want to be a speaker, if you're an author, coach, an expert, a thought leader. So hang on for that. I'm going to share the link to the wait list for that. Super excited. I see Dr. Peggy here. Hey, Dr. Peggy. Hello, hello. Okay, so let me get rid of my comments and go back to my banners. So now is the perfect time to say to you, ask you how can you recommit to your connection to source? That was an exclamation point, but it should be a question. It could be a question and an exclamation point. Now more than ever, connect even more deeply to source. And those of you know, Dr. EJ always calls it the spiritual connection practice. What type of spiritual connection practice do you have? Dial it up. Connect even more. Mindfulness, prayer, meditation, a morning ritual of burning sage or nak champa, and prayer and quiet and gratitude, a gratitude practice. I want to thank Aretha Ballin for every day posting a gratitude question inside the Manifest Me. Candace doing it? Oh, Candace is doing it. So forgive me, Candace Lewis. It's Candace. I'm sorry. Candace Lewis. Thank you for posting inside the Manifest Me group every week, every day. A reminder to stay connected to gratitude, and you can go there and post your gratitude. And by the way, if you ask to join the Manifest Me community, let me show you what it looks like. We will let you in. It's free. And this is the positive energy that we stay in. And by the way, the me inside the Manifest Me is you. It's the mirrored expression of who you want to be, how you want to be, how you want to show up in the world, and how you want the world to show itself to you. The mirrored expression. You show up as the version of yourself that already exists, and the world then mirrors back to you. Oh, you want some of that? Or you want some excellence? Or you want some money? Or you want some prosperity? Or you want some more love? Or you here for the joy? It mirrors that back to you. Yeah, I'm gonna make it fun. So there's that. So again, what was the question? Where was it? How can you recommit to your connection to source? That is where it all is. And I say source so that I can be as encompassing for everyone. The creator, God, however you language it, God, Goddess, the Most High, howsoever you say it is absolutely correct for you. Stay plugged in. Stay plugged into a spiritual connection practice, whatever that is. Create a new spiritual connection practice. Talk to your guides. Talk to the ancestors. They're all like here for you and ready to see you succeed and to serve with your gifts and talents and abilities. I will say this over and over and over again. We need that more than ever. We need more people, more you, and you, stepping fully into your gifts, talents, and abilities and not shrinking. Or like I said, don't stand on the comfort zone wall. Like, well, I don't know if I can climb over there. Yep, you can climb over there. There's actually a step ladder down to the other side. We think that it's like tough. There's actually a step ladder, a golden step ladder on the other side of your comfort zone, stepping down into your next opportunity, stepping up to your next opportunity. Okay. And the last thing I wanted to share with you in this training is something I saw today. I don't even know where I saw it. It was so good. I was like, I'm going to make a quick little banner for it. And it's the cutest thing, especially as we are entering spring and people are talking about spring cleaning. So you spring clean your home, pull back the dusty drapes from the winter and get everything cleaned up. And people talk about detoxing, especially a lot in the springtime. But what about this? What about a metox? What? And the crowd goes wild. I saw that. I don't know. It was on an app. It was on, a metox. But here's the deal about the metox. A metox is to detox from yourself all that is not working for you. So if it means putting down the potato chips, if it's physically the food, and we think of detoxing, we think of juice fasting or not eating for a certain period of time and only having one meal a day, or drinking more water and less soda, or drinking less cocktails, drinking no cocktails, whatever it is. But the metox is detoxing your mind from negative thoughts and limiting thoughts. It's detoxing and metoxing any toxic people and experiences in your life. It's detoxing from television shows that aren't uplifting you, movies that aren't uplifting you, reading things that aren't uplifting you, aren't pouring in, aren't nurturing you. Why don't you go on a little detox? Maybe you detox from social media. I know several of you have done that before. Like, I'm going to get off that social media before, and I'm going to actually pour into myself. How can you do a detox? Change that stinking thinking, as the phrase goes. Really examine your limiting beliefs. And when something pops up, being aware of it. Let me tell you, awareness is everything. EJ has been doing a really powerful book club called the Elevated Book Club, the Elevated Book Club, and he and his book club are reading Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. No, not The Power of Now. Oh, yeah, give me that. Give me that. Can I have that? Give me that. Give me that. They're reading Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. I remember I bought this book when it first came out, and I wasn't ready for it. I was like, oh, I am not ready. I put it on my shelf. And in fact, I just went on the shelf the other day. I've carried it from house to house to house all the times I've moved. And I showed it to him. I was like, I've got the copy of the book too. It's a really powerful book club that he's doing every week. They meet and review the last 2 chapters. Highly recommend. And there was an exercise that he was talking about, awareness that we are not our emotions. We are not our anxiety. And just yesterday I had a moment, I got some news and I started feeling anxious, and I was like, oh, I have an opportunity to separate myself from the anxious feeling I'm having. And I was literally feeling it in my stomach, feeling it in my gut. It was like a little feeling of dread and like, oh, what's going to happen? What? And I was like able to sort of shove it to the side a little bit, like, what you doing? What you doing here? Where does this reside in my body? Is this me, or are these just my thoughts? And just have a moment to just stop and just be mindful of it all was very powerful. And it meant that for me, I didn't begin spiraling down all of the emotions, because that's what I'll do. I'll start with like, this is terrible. And I'll spiral all the way down to the way that it could never possibly work. And that moment of mindfulness, of just breathing into it, meant that I could stop and stay neutral and move in a more positive, more helpful direction. And so that's one of the ways that I am detoxing. Like, oh, I can stop at any time and go like, this is icky. Well, what is this? It's not me. And I have the power to at the very least, stop and look at it. And at the most, transform it into something else. So I just wanted to share that with all of you. Let me look at some of the comments and see how you're doing. See how this is a little mini workshop for you. Detox. In addition to my spring cleaning challenge I host to help us clean our inner and outer selves. Love that. Isn't that great? Yeah. Isn't that great? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Eckhart Tolle, no joke. Remember when he did that whole series with Oprah? EJ found all those videos and uploaded them to the elevated, I want to call it the elevated book club. So I highly recommend the elevated purpose community, which he is also giving so much for no cost at all. Just all you have to do is show up with your heart and get ready to jump over your comfort zone. All right, very good. So I am going to share something with you. So if this has been helpful for you, let me just take this one off. Hang on just a second. I'll take that off. So detox is a good idea. Detox. And let me know in the comments if would you like some support with that? Would you like a detox inside the Manifest Me community? Would you like some support? What if we were to create something? I don't know what it is yet. See, I'm getting, my intuition is like, EJ. He's like, yes, he's right there and he's writing, yes, perhaps we should do a little detox challenge together. All right. I'm here for it. You like it? Okay. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to create it. Some methods for detoxing. Get away from yourself. Don't you? Here's the thing. I don't know if you found this. Look, I'm 61 years old, and the older I get, the more I realize that most of the time I'm the problem. And I don't mean problem. Like I'm the one that gets myself in most of the trouble. The world out there is scary and it's doing what it's doing, but it's my reaction to it that's the trouble. That's the problem. I don't know. The older I get, the more I realize it ain't out there. It's all in how I react to it in here. What are you looking at me? Look at the chat. Detox May. Do we have to wait till May? Okay. So, one of the things I love about EJ is he is a generator. Like those of you who are into human design, he's a manifesting generator and I'm a generator. So we be coming up with ideas. All right. I don't know if I want to wait all the way to May, but he likes the idea of May because it's Mother's Day and it's all the things. I don't even know what it is. Me talks May. Okay. So let me work it out. Oh, you work with young men who, okay, young men with behaviors. Okay. Got it. Got it. Yes, 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 yes. Me talks Mondays. I love it. The ideas are flowing right here. All right. So let me put something together because I want to put something together that's really doable and something that we all can support each other on in that way. Just really, yes, Richard 61. I think that's what you were saying no way for. So we're gonna figure something out. The me talks. It's you. I hate, I'm not blaming. This is not blaming or shaming. But I just want you to look in your life and see how many times you would hold up, you were the bottleneck, you were the one who was creating the trouble. I can't tell you how many times I worry about things like, I don't know if they're gonna like me, I don't know if it's gonna be good, I don't know. And you show up and it's fine. I create the problems. Again, I'm not putting myself down. I'm not putting myself down. I'm just look in your life where you're the bottleneck, where you're the you're the one where the buck stops here. You were the one that if you made the decision, if you looked at things from a different perspective, that things could have turned out differently. And that way, that's not blaming or shaming you, and it's not blaming or shaming the rest of the world. It's like, where can I take responsibility for this? And that is, by the way, that is the ultimate adulting. That is the ultimate grown folks business, is when you go, dad, I can blame the world, or I can look for my responsibility in it. And your responsibility could be as real as just your awareness to all of it. All right. Somebody said, Me Talks Tuesdays. That's better than Taco Tuesdays. All right. I hope you all are enjoying this. And so here's what I want to share with all of you. Some of you may remember that it was actually 2 years ago that we did something called the VIP Speaker Challenge. VIP Speaker Challenge. And what it's all about is creating for you a framework for you to see that you can be more visible, more impactful, and more prosperous in your business and in your brand. And we call it VIP speaker because the truth is, whether or not you are a speaker, if you are in business, if you have a physical business, a brick and mortar, an online business, you're a coach or teacher of some kind, or an author, or you have a nonprofit, you are a speaker. If you're a visionary leader, if you're even working a corporate job, working a job, you have to be able to speak. You have to be able to communicate your ideas, your thoughts, your contribution to the company. And if you work for yourself, your contribution to the world. So from my perspective, we're all speakers. And in fact, if you're not a speaker, I would say one of the ways that you could really up-level so many areas of your life is to become a speaker. I've told this story many times. I'll just say this, that it was when I added speaking to my work, to my repertoire. So I started out as a plus size model. I quickly moved into stand-up comedy. Then I became an actress. And then I became a speaker. And that unlocked writing books. That unlocked creating courses. That unlocked me as a coach. I now coach. And so speaking was the way that I was able to be me. Like speaking kept me from being called Sinclair for the rest of my life. And by the way, I answer to Sinclair, still say Sinclair, woo, woo, woo. But I was able to expand beyond being an actress. And I still love that. And I still get to do it. I told y'all I just did a soap opera, and I wish I could tell you who I got to play with. I can't even tell you. But I will say that speaking is the perfect way to up-level all aspects of your life. And so this VIP speaker, and by the way, that's how you join the wait list right there. You go to waitlist.thevipspeaker. .com, and that will put you on the wait list. We're getting the sales page ready for you and getting all the materials ready for you. It's going to be the 17th through the 21st of April. And during this challenge, you will learn how to speak from the heart, because it's not all just about what you say, it's about how you say it. So you really get into the hearts and minds of others by stepping to your own journey through self-discovery and meaningful storytelling. You'll create transformations because your stories can change lives, but only if you're willing to share them powerfully. You'll learn how to find your most authentic and important stories, deliver them with deep resonance, and cause transformation for your audience, your customers, and your clients, and yourself. And you will also establish your expertise and authority. So once you understand that you can deliver your message and you're really ready to stand out, you'll be more visible and take your business to the next level. And you'll magnetize opportunities and become more prosperous. So I think what I'd like to do is I'm going to see if I can show you the waitlist page so you can see what's going on there. Hang on just a second. That's not it. This is it. I'm going to share my page with you, share this tab with you if I can. And you just go there and it's, there you are. You just sign up, right? Can you all see that? Let me see if you can you see that? I have to go back to the page. You just go to waitlist.thevipspeaker.com and you'll be able to sign up right here. You see where that sign up is? By the way, in case I don't know if I said this already, the V is for visibility, the I is for impact, and the P is for prosperity. You're welcome. Everybody's a VIP in my world. So it's all about stepping into more visibility, broadening your impact, and attracting the prosperity, because speakers get paid, and because speakers with products and services and books get paid, and you are in control in that aspect. You get to expand your reach and expand your brand and expand all of that. And so I'm super excited about it. We did it about 2 years ago. We've expanded the content. Oh, is it still sharing? It's still sharing. That's okay, right? We're all right with that. I just moved my own. Where'd it go? I ain't gonna worry about it. There it is. Boom. So you just sign up right there. We'll put you on the email list. We'll put you on the wait list for it, and you will get notified as soon as all the details are ready to be opened up for you. It's 5 days of fire. I'm bringing the fire, and someone else I know is going to be doing some coaching on the side too, right? EJ, if you all have had the experience of working with EJ, you know that he brings his brain and his heart to your ideas and can expand. He is a manifesting generator. So he hears the ideas and it's about generating even more. It's going to be really powerful, a lot of fun, and there may be some prizes. There's always prizes. So all you do is go to waitlist.thevipspeaker.com, and that is there for you. I'm super excited about it because it's been 2 years since I've done it. So yay, and I have the time now. So great. So thank you, Dee. And the CEO of Critical Navigation and wondering how to book you for TV. You know what? Send us a DM. Is that the best way to do, or should I give somebody wants to book? Kim. Okay. So for booking, I'll actually put it on a. I'll do it. Okay. Thank you, EJ. KimColesBooking@gmail.com. KimColesBooking@gmail.com. Yes, bring your jobs, bring your opportunities. So good. Oh, that'll be a great birthday gift for it. Jumped. Freeman, last name Freeman. I think I saw you just now. All right. So I hope that this was helpful and fun for you. Now is the time. I'll just recap a little bit. Now is the time more than ever because we have a new moon in Aries. And I've always, as a little girl, I loved looking up at the sky. I loved the moon. And now I just really love the moon and love the influence that it has on us. Our ancestors used to look up in the sky and go, wow, the moon's gone tonight. What does that mean? Oh, new moon? Okay. Oh, the moon is really full tonight. What does that mean? Now's the time to really initiate, to set your dreams in motion, to get in action. Do you have an idea? Step on it. Let's go. I wonder what will be created during this time. Step on it. Isn't that from the 40s? Step on it. Step on it. Jump in it. Get to it. The world is waiting for you. You know, this is also what we're going to talk about during the VIP speaker challenge. By the way, this is for you if you are a speaker or you want to be a speaker. If you're a coach, author, expert, visionary leader, thought leader, this is for you, because we're going to take your own powerful stories and show you how to mine them for the jewels that are already there. And this is all about building a legacy. You're here to do big things. I know it. And you know it too. You feel it too. You are here to do big things. And the world is waiting for you. Put the pedal to the metal, Sheila. Put the pedal to the metal. All right, now's the time to do it. I'll come back and share with you, I don't know, this me talks foolishness. What are we going to do? We're going to make this me talks thing happen. I should say, I said foolishness. I was just kidding. No, it's the real deal. The shenanigans, the me talk shenanigans. What will you let go? What will you say yes to? And most importantly, how can you deepen your connection to source that is needed right now in order for you to step on it and do big things? All right, everybody, feel free to, I don't know how this is going to populate. Share this with other people. If this was helpful for you, if you found it interesting, or there was some nugget that you could take with it that you think that a friend would enjoy, I would just be so appreciative if you share. I'll be back again soon with some more shenanigans, more information. Very good. Go to the waitlist.thevipspeaker.com. This puts you on my VIP list. Very important person. Visionary, impactful platoon. No, it's visionary, vision, impact, and prosperity. This puts you on the list right there. It's free to join this list. We'll get you all the information. And there'll be some surprises along the way too, because I like giving out goodies. Everybody have a great evening. Share this with others. And thank you for spending some time with me. It was just delightful to be in your divine presence. All right, everybody. Bye for now. Oh, and woo, woo, woo. Wink.